Good morning! Hey guys, welcome back to another running video. Today my goal is 5 kilometers, doing the same style that I've been doing, so the MAFs style of running, maximum aerobic functioning. So I'm keeping my heart rate at 153 or below, ideally. You know me, sometimes I let it escalate a little bit. Oops. So I'll be doing the same style of running. I'll be running, walking, keeping my heart rate low, staying in the aerobic state as much as possible to allow my recovery time to be better. My back is feeling like 1,000% better with all this stretching and all this physio I've been doing, so I'm feeling really good today. It should be a good one. So I'm just going to do some static stretches like I am now, and then also some dynamic stretches, so some moving stretches. So I'll quickly get that done and over with, and then I'll meet you guys on the treadie. Okay guys, let's get to it. Okay, so I've done my dynamic stretches, I've done my static stretches, I'm feeling loose and limber and ready to go. So today's goal will be 5k, fingers crossed, wish me luck. And I remembered my watch today guys, woohoo! So it's going to be a solid run. I can track my heart rate a lot better today. Alrighty, let's get to it. I'm going to keep the 11 kilometer pace. And then I can also go up from there if I feel comfortable. I had my morning coffee today, so I'm feeling good. Focus on today as well is keeping a steady heart rate. So keeping my breath under control to keep the heart rate as low as possible. And I've got the bounce in my step, so each foot is a conscious one in the sense that like I'm not dragging my feet, I'm trying to maintain that bounce in my step to prevent resistance and drag, and one, stop myself from tripping, but also helps with the long run because you're not having that resistance overall that you're fighting against. It's just less resistance for yourself. So I'm walking at a pace of 7 and my heart rate's about 163, so 10 beats higher than what I'd like it to be. I've said this before, but I really love running on the treadmill. 1, because it's easier to film. 2, because I can maintain a steadier pace. My pace doesn't fluctuate as much as it would on an outdoor run. Using this time to really gain control of my breath again. Here we go. 140, let's get back into it. Keep your posture upright and strong and steady. Don't be twisting your hips too much. That happens when you start to fatigue. Same with starting to hunch over. Make sure your chest is upright. It allows better oxygen flow through the body. Plus, it also minimizes like strain or injury on your back as well. Making sure even I remember to keep that bounce in my step. 1 kilometer down, 4 to go. Thinking strong thoughts, visualizing strength within myself. I find that helps me run a lot better. It makes the run easier rather than just thinking how hard it's going to be. Heart rate is sitting at 167. Just going to let it drop down a little bit. Again, gaining control of my breath. Okie dokie. Let's get back into it. 140 heart rate. 10 minutes in, 1.8k. Really happy with that. Trying to keep my tread light, bouncing along. I reiterate that a lot because I need to reiterate it for myself, because I forget even, especially when I get tired. And back to walking again. Gaining back control over my breath. 2k's in. Woo, 3 to go. 11 minutes, 30 seconds in. Heart rate at 137. Running back at 11 kilometers an hour. 2.5k in. 170 heart rate. Back to walking again. Slowing down my breath. I'm also walking at a pace of 7 kilometers an hour. I honestly fluctuate between 6.5 to 7, just depending how I'm feeling. Not much of a difference really, but for me, in my brain, it makes all the difference. Okie dokie, 140 heart rate. Back to 11. 3 kilometers in. Woohoo! I'm not feeling as good today on my run, like my heart rate fluctuating a bit more than what it did in my last couple. Plus, I'm feeling it in my knees a bit more in today's run. So I'll see how I go. I'm actually going away on holidays up north, up to Queensland for a few weeks. So I've pre-filmed a lot of workouts for you guys, so I can actually personally take a break, rest up a little bit. I might do a couple of runs while I'm up there, so I might film something, but I've kind of left it open for myself, just to really use it as like downtime for my mind as well as my body. I have to remind myself, light feet, bouncing along, doing a good pace, but just in myself not feeling as good as I have in my other runs, or as strong I should say. Running is such a mind game as well as like physical. I'm only doing like a 10k, so that's classified as like easy, like my goal is a 10k, but man, kudos to anybody that does like half marathons or marathons. That is a mind game. I take my hat off to them. Trying to focus on steadying my breath. In through the nose, out through the mouth. And pick up my feet. We'll go back down again. Back to a walk. Not gonna lie, I'm actually so thankful for the walk right now. Okay, heart rate at 140, so back to running. Woohoo! 4k's down, last k to go. 4.4k's in. 35 minutes. Try and slow the heart rate. 170. Last 400 meters to go. Once my heart rate drops, I'm just going to run it out to the end. 165, 162. We'll be there in a sec. Alrighty, I'm at 153, so I'm just going to run it because I've got about 300 meters to go. Control the breath, bouncing feet. 200 meters to go. So I'm just going to do a little warm down, walking at about 5 kilometer pace, and then I'll do some stretches. I'm a little sore at the knees today. My pace was 37:42, which isn't too bad, like my total time, sorry, not my pace. I didn't actually get to see what my pace was. I'm thinking like 6 minutes 45-ish. That's me guesstimating. I'll have a look at my watch later. Honestly, I'm actually just happy I did 5k ultimately. It's my first 5k. So, like my first 5k in a long while. So, I'm just happy to have done it, even with sore legs. So, that's a positive. Woo! Alrighty, I'm just going to finish my cool down and then I'll meet you guys over at the stretches. Oh, let's stretch out these glutes, shall we? Oh, it is like a sweat fest over here. This is like my favourite stretch of all time. Oh yeah. Like my right glute in particular is like the tightest out of the two, so that's why when it pulls on my back it really pulls, and then like it impacts my other forms of fitness, so like weights and cardio, because I'll be having the extra tightness and extra strain on the right side of my back, so then it just causes my back to really play up. So I'm happy that it's starting to loosen up a bit more with all this stretching I've been doing. So today didn't feel like the strongest of runs for me. It actually didn't turn out too bad, like time-wise and pace-wise it wasn't too bad. But for me, just how I felt in the run, it wasn't as strong as I have been in my last few. So I'm keen to see how I go in my next run next week. And then I'm heading away. So I'll have my one more run before I go on holidays for a bit. So when you see this, I'll be on holidays. Hopefully rested up and ready to get back into it, back into my weights as well. I've stayed off weight training for the last few weeks, like the last 3 weeks, just to help my back. So I've been mainly just focusing on cardio. So I am actually really excited to get back into weights when I get back, because I'm just dying to get some glute gains, to grow them juicy glutes again. So I'm just going between the two. I'm doing light stretches because I don't want to hurt myself. And by myself, I mean my back. So I'm just taking it easy on the cool down anyway. You shouldn't really be doing some hardcore stretching on your cool down. It should be light. You're just trying to disperse the blood flow, slow the heart rate down, warm down the muscles, stop blood pooling, all that kind of thing. All that juicy stuff. Oh yeah, that's the stuff. I really should foam roll after this, but if you know foam rolling, you know, it fucking hurts. My quads are so tight, I can't actually lie down in this position. I have to sit up. I hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know what you thought down below in the comment section, and make sure to like and subscribe for more upcoming cardio workouts and weights. So stay tuned. See you guys.